Jennifer was staying late at the office on a Friday night. She needed to catch a plane to New York for Valentine's Day to see her ex-fiancé. Before leaving, she quickly wrote him an email. Since she didn't want to miss her flight, she grabbed some candy and left the office. At the same time, Guy was also getting ready to leave work. They both ended up waiting for the elevator together. Jennifer got on the elevator on the 49th floor and Guy joined her on the 42nd floor. Guy tried to start a conversation and make jokes, but Jennifer didn't seem interested in talking. Guy showed Jennifer an etching on the elevator wall, but suddenly, the elevator stopped. He tried all the buttons and even the alarm, but nothing worked even though the lights were still on. They waved to the camera, but nobody responded. To make things worse, their phones had no service because they were underground. Jennifer worried about missing her flight and wondered where the building security was. 15 minutes later, they tried calling for help and banging on the door, but still no luck. Guy thought there might be an escape hatch, so he lifted Jennifer up to check the ceiling. She heard her hand banging on it, so he put her down. An hour passed, and Jennifer realized she'd miss her flight. Despite Guy's attempts to lighten the mood with jokes, she cursed in frustration. They finally introduced themselves and continued chatting as they waited for help. Guy offered Jennifer his water bottle, but they joked about opening the wine he had with him instead. They both realized they had bottle openers in their bags and laughed about it. They didn't open the wine, but Jennifer accepted his water. To make up for the lack of food, Jennifer shared some candy with Guy. After 4 hours, Jennifer needed to pee, but was embarrassed to do it in front of Guy. He suggested she go in the corner or use her thermos. She made him close his eyes and cover his ears while she relieved herself. Guy started singing to give her privacy. Afterward, she added to the drawing on the elevator wall. They played a game and started talking about more personal things. Guy admitted he was too obsessed with his job and had nobody looking for him. Jennifer confessed she wanted to surprise someone in New York, but she wasn't sure if he wanted her there. Guy decided it was time to open the wine and they toasted to still being alive. As time passed, they drew each other and grew closer. Guy confessed he'd seen Jennifer before in the office building, but didn't mention it earlier to avoid seeming like a stalker. Jennifer laughed it off. They finished their drawings and shared them with each other. Jennifer's portrait of Guy was more lighthearted, while his was more serious. She apologized and took a photo of the drawing, joking that she'd use it as her profile picture if they made it out alive. They moved on to talk about making love. Jennifer turned her camera on him and asked about the dirtiest place he'd made love before. Guy was a bit shy, so she shared her own story first. Jennifer told him about a college ex-boyfriend and their encounter in a library. When it was Guy's turn, he still felt hesitant to share. Jennifer encouraged him to make up a story, so he told one about a work picnic where things got steamy in a car. Guy admitted feeling uncomfortable and stopping things. He apologized, but Jennifer reassured him it was fine. Feeling a connection, Guy awkwardly kissed her, and they began to make love in the elevator. Afterward, Guy expressed his feelings, but Jennifer pulled away, revealing her desire to reconcile with her ex. She explained that while their encounter was enjoyable, she wanted to keep things casual because her feelings for her ex were genuine. Guy, convinced of their connection, expressed his belief that Jennifer's ex doesn't deserve her. Jennifer became angry, stating that she still loves her ex and that once they're out of the elevator, they'll go their separate ways. Despite her insistence, Guy continued to assert that they belonged together. Jennifer grew frustrated by his persistence, especially considering their current situation. Suddenly, Guy underwent a transformation and Jennifer sensed a shift in his demeanor. He revealed his true identity, confessing that he lied about where he worked and even his name. He admitted to watching her every day at work, showing her security photos and videos he took of her, detailing the times and dates. Jennifer was frightened as Guy disclosed that he was actually the building's security guard. He became angry, lamenting that people like him often go unnoticed. He insisted he knew her better than her ex and confessed to orchestrating their current situation. With a key, he unlocked the elevator, shocking Jennifer with the realization of his manipulation. In the chaos, Jennifer's flailing legs inadvertently broke the elevator key. The fight between Jennifer and the man escalated, with Jennifer knocking him out with her shoe in self-defense. Worried that she may have harmed him, Jennifer approached cautiously, only for the man to suddenly spring back to consciousness and knock her down in return. Both of them lay unconscious in the elevator for a while. When Jennifer woke up, she found the man already awake. She demanded to know why he did what he did. He explained that he wanted to isolate her from the outside world so they could form a genuine connection. He believed they had not just a date but an entire relationship during their time stuck in the elevator. Jennifer remained skeptical, convinced that someone would eventually come to rescue them. However, she soon learned that the man had taken all the shifts for the extended weekend, meaning they wouldn't be rescued until Tuesday. Faced with this realization, Jennifer asked what he planned to do. His chilling response was that he'd rather kill her than go back to prison. As Jennifer confronted him about his actions, he became enraged. After he calmed down, he opened the present she had bought for her ex-fiancé. Inside, he found a shirt and a box containing cigars and accessories. He put on the shirt and lit a cigar, mocking Jennifer about how she could have won her ex back with such thoughtful gifts. In a twisted moment of irony, he wished her a happy Valentine's Day. Some time later, the man apologizes to Jennifer for frightening her and asks if they can reconcile. He pleads for another chance. Bothered by the malfunctioning neon light in the elevator, the man uses Jennifer's thermos to break it. He realizes that the ceiling panels likely hide light bulbs that need replacing and thinks he can escape through there. As he breaks open the panel with the thermos, Jennifer stands beside him. He asks her to give him a boost to reach the opening, promising to come back for her. However, Jennifer suggests it would be easier if he boosts her instead, as she lacks the strength to lift him. He doubts she'll return for him and fears she'll call the cops. Jennifer reassures him with everything he wants to hear, convincing him to help her up. She climbs onto his shoulders and manages to pull herself out of the elevator. The man directs her to the ladder by the door, relieved they've finally escaped. As Jennifer climbs the ladder, she defiantly flips him off, angering him. Nevertheless, he finds a way to exit the elevator too, determined not to let her get away. Jennifer, already making her way to the door, hears his warning that she's about to die. Just as she's about to reach the door, he catches up to her and follows her. As Jennifer opens the door and screams for help, the man suddenly grabs her, sending both of them tumbling back into the elevator. Jennifer is the first to wake up, her head spinning. She spots the fire sprinklers and quickly devises a new plan to escape. Trying to activate the fire alarms, she attempts to light a cigar as the elevator fills with smoke. The man regains consciousness, only to be met with a punch from Jennifer, breaking his nose. He warns her that the fire alarm won't work and that they'll risk getting soaked and electrocuted instead. Jennifer, undeterred, threatens him and coerces a confession out of him. She turns on her camera, recording herself explaining the situation before turning it on him, demanding his real name. He reveals he's John Deacons and admits to deliberately trapping them in the elevator and etching the drawing on the wall. He confesses to trapping and kidnapping her, and Jennifer makes him admit to his actions on camera, including the physical harm inflicted upon her. When asked why, John admits he just wanted a date with her, believing she would have rejected him if he had asked her out normally. As Monday arrives and they remain trapped, another security guard named Eddie brings his new girlfriend to the building to show her the roof. When Eddie realizes John is missing, he checks the security monitors and discovers John and Jennifer stuck in the elevator, prompting him to wake them both up. Jennifer begs John to get them out of the elevator. He assures her he'll come down and free them while his girlfriend sleeps on the couch nearby. Eddie arrives at the elevator wielding a crowbar to pry open the doors. Jennifer, eager to escape, moves toward the opening. Suddenly, John viciously knocks Jennifer unconscious. He then approaches Eddie, pretending to offer help. Eddie hands over his keys, but when John claims they're not working, Eddie suggests he'll climb in to assist them. As Eddie attempts to enter the elevator, John activates the elevator, gruesomely severing Eddie in half. John then knocks Jennifer out once more, dragging her to his car and stowing her in the trunk. John eliminates any traces of her presence before leaving the building. He drives Jennifer to a secluded location to dispose of her. He pours some gas into a big trash can before he opens the trunk of his car. John tells Jennifer that he still likes her, but that they can't be together. Jennifer pretends to be dead and starts driving. Suddenly, she sees a lit cigar in the car's tray. Jennifer stops the car and backs up, crashing into a terrified John. She gets out of the car and finds him in the trash can. Jennifer lights the cigar again and walks away, then tosses the lit cigar into the trash can, where it burns John alive. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and comment. Subscribe. Stay blessed.